Hi there, it's Ashley here with this week's Stamp Create Repeat video for Your Next Stamp. I will put all the links in the description box for you where you can find the products that I used. Today I'm going to be making this really cute little masculine card. I get so many requests to share masculine cards, so I just loved making this one. I think that it is such a cute card for any type of occasion. It just has the sentiment that says smile, you're the best, and I used some square background so that it has little kind of photo booth little images. So I'll start out by sharing with you the products I use, and then I'll just get into the process video. So first up, I use the Your Next Stamp Black Olive ink, and as you can see, it stamps so dark and crisp, and I just had to stamp it once. So if you are purchasing the Photo Booth stamp set, I would definitely recommend getting the Black Olive ink because it really does make your images so dark. I also use some Your Next Stamp gumdrops. I use the green and orange. This one is called Carrot Cake. I used the new Geometrix paper pad, and there's so many nice patterns on this one. I went with the green, and it has little triangles. I thought that matched just perfectly for that side little panel. Then I used this new stamp set called Photo Booth, and I just think this is such a unique set. I love it so much, and it's so perfect for masculine cards. Of course, it's great for kids cards or adult cards for females or males, but I just think it's perfect for some masculine cards, and my husband really loved this stamp set, so I had to make a card with this one first. I also got these sentiments from this set that say smile and you're the best. There is also coordinating dies for this set, but for my project, I just stamped it right onto the squares. For the squares, I used this Stitch Square die set, and I used the third smallest size, and then I just cut out 6 of them and stamped out my images on them, and I colored directly on there. It's just such a cute little design for a card. So let's get started, and I'll share with you how I made my card. So to start out with, I'm going to cut out 6 of these little squared stitch dies, and I'm going to do all of them on the white cardstock, and then I will do the coloring after. So I'm just cutting out 6 of them. And this is such a fun card design because it was really easy to do and really fun to color up. It was different than the cards that I normally do. So I'm just taking each of the little stamped images, and so I'm going to do the first one. It has a little puppy and a cat, and I love how they're showing a little peace sign. It's so cute. Then for the next one, I was going to do the little deer, and this one has a cute little deer and a little squirrel, but I kind of decided that what I wanted was to have just the puppies and the cat, so it's kind of all the same photos of the same critters. So I actually put that one aside, and I got another stitch square. So I go back to the puppies and the cats. I'll definitely use that deer for another project, but for this one, I wanted to just stick to puppies and cats, so it's kind of about 2 people. So it's about the cat and the dog. And then there's another cute one with the peace sign. There's just so many images on this. This stamp set is just jammed packed. So sweet. The little cat is going over the dog's shoulders. So now I'm going to do these sentiments. So I do the one that says you are the best, and it is just so bold with that ink. I love it so much. And then I'm going to do the one that says smile. And I love how dark and bold of a text it is. So I thought about using the other cat and dog, and then I decided that I wanted 2 panels to have words, so then I used the smile word, and I think that is perfect. So now I'm going to use my Copic markers to color up these images. I'm using B5, B02, and B00 for his little collar. Then I'm going to use RV14, RV13, and RV11 for his tongue. For the little dog, I'm using E59, and I'm just adding in the darkest portions, and then I'm going to use E57. I decided that I would do a dark puppy, so I thought he'd be cute in a dark brown color. Then I blended that out with E55. And this is definitely my favorite brown color combo. And then I'm going to blend that out with E53. And I got a few questions on my last video about other items that you could use for coloring that aren't Copics, and another great item is these Zig Clean Color Real Brush markers. They're really nice. Also, the Spectrum Noir markers are really nice. or you could also use pencil crayons, which these pencil crayons that I really like are the Prismacolor pencil crayons. So there's so many different options out there. You definitely don't have to use Copic markers. I just use that because I have them and it's the easiest for me to color with. I prefer them. So I used C8, C4, and C2 for the cat. And then I'm going to do the background, and this is probably my favorite part. So I took YG03 and I just colored all of that little stitch square in, and I think that just makes it pop, and I love how it just added some color to the background. And then I'm taking my white jelly pen and my black jelly pen. I had gone into the eye with the gray, so I just went over it with the white, and then I went over again with the black. And then I also did the dog's nose and the cat's nose with the black. And then I'll just take my white jelly pen and go over the nose with a little accent. So one is done, and now on to the next one. So for this one, I'm going to do the same color for the collar. I'm using B05, 02, and 00. And then again, same color combo for the dog, E59, E57, E55, and E53. And also back to about the Copics, if you are interested in getting Copics, my favorite way to buy the Copic markers is just with coupons at Michael's. They always have 50% off coupons, and so I just slowly started my collection of Copics. I don't have a ton of Copics. I have a good amount. I'm so thankful for the ones that I do have, but I don't have a ton. I'm just happy with all of the colors that I have. I try to just have a few of each of the different ranges, and whenever I'm at Michael's, I just pick up one or two, and then I purchase the refills. And honestly, I don't have that many refills, and these markers last forever. You guys see how many Copic marker videos I make, and they are still mostly almost all of the videos using the original Copic markers. I haven't even refilled. So you really do get a good bang for the Copic markers. I know they're expensive, but if coloring cards and using Copic markers is something that you think you'll enjoy, it's definitely worth the purchase because it's going to last for a long time, and then you can refill them. So I did the cat in the same color, and then I was trying to decide if I would do all of them in the same green background, but I decided that I thought it'd be cool to kind of do a mixture of background colors. So I'm just kind of like thinking about what color I'll use, and I go with this pretty yellow. It is Y35. It's a nice bright yellow. And then I'm going to go in with my black jelly pen and color in that little nose and the eyes and nose on the cat. And then I go in with my white jelly pen just to add an accent on the nose. And I think that really just makes it pop, having that fun background. Then on to the next one, again with the same color for the dog. I just love this stamp set so much. I think it's so unique, and it's just such a fun stamp set to give to a friend, or if it's like a personal card for two people. It's so cute. So I'm using the E59, E57, E55, and then I blend that out with the E53. And then for the cat, I use the same color combo. I use C8, C4, and then C2. And then I was trying to decide what color I would use for this background. I had the yellow and the green, and I wasn't sure if I wanted to just kind of do like a back and forth yellow and green, but what I end up doing is adding in an orange color, and I think that is perfect with the orange, yellow, and green, and I kind of got that inspiration from the Geometrix paper pad because it has the orange, yellow, and green in it. So I'm just testing out a few different orange colors to see which one is going to match nice with that yellow and green. So I end up going with the YR15, which is a really nice kind of like pumpkin color. And I think that really pops as well. And then for my last little guys here, I'm going to use Y38, Y35, and Y32 for his little collar. And then I'm going to do the dog in E59, the E57, and this one I just had to be careful so I didn't accidentally color in the little kitty because he's kind of wrapped around the dog's neck, which is so cute. So then I used the E57 for the next part of the shading, E55, and then the E53. And then we'll do the little cat, so that's C8. C4, and then C2. And then we'll just do the little blue collar in B05, B02, and B00. Now was the tricky part to decide how I was kind of going to do the color combos. So I wasn't sure if I was going to do this little guy in yellow or orange. So I went ahead and did this in the YG03, and I just went over the whole thing. And then I decided this one would be yellow, so I used the Y35. And then the last one is going to be that orange color. And I forgot to do the black jelly pen and white jelly pen, so I'm just going back and adding that on these two little squares. And then again, I take the white jelly pen just for an accent on the nose. And then I can do my last little square. So I was moving it around because I didn't want all the colors to be right beside each other. So this one I used the YR15. And then I decided that I would move up the little smile so that it was beside the You're the Best. So I'm just looking through the geometric paper pad to pick out a cute paper to kind of accent the side, and I end up going with this one which has the green triangles. And I've got my A2 sized card base just in a cute green color, and I'm just adding that with my scissors. I just trim it off to the size of the paper. So I'm going to adhere that down with my adhesive, and then I'm just going to center this off to the side and see how much space I'll need there. You could definitely use a paper trimmer, but I just like to use my scissors. I don't know why the paper trimmer always gives me trouble, so I'm just going to use my scissors. So I adhered it how I wanted it, and then I just trimmed off that little excess bit. And now I have the whole little card base ready. So I'm going to take my ATG gun and just adhere down the little squares, and I'm kind of centering them how I want them, so it'll be the same amount of white space on either side and in between all the squares as well. And this is a really nice card because it's all flat, so it will be really easy to put in the mail. It's a good flat card. And then just the last one there. And then I can add on some gumdrops. So I wanted to share, I get a lot of questions about like tips and tricks that I could share. So I'm going to share one of my favorite tips and tricks for the Your Next Stamp gumdrops. I just have this little ring at the top, and then I have all of my gumdrops on here. And it just really makes it easy for me to kind of hold up the gumdrops and swipe through them and see which color I want to use. And it just keeps them all nice and bundled together. So I thought I'd share that with you guys. And so right now I'm just trying to decide between the gumdrops, and I do go with the carrot cake one. It has some really nice glossy green, yellow, and tan. So I end up going with a medium green and then a small little orange one. And I think that's perfect just for a tiny little bit of accent there. So that is my card for today. I hope that you guys enjoyed this process video. Again, I'll have everything linked below. Please, if you have time, leave a comment. I always love to see your comments, and make sure to head over to the Your Next Stamp YouTube channel and subscribe, and I will see you guys in next week's video. Bye now.